everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you guys back for a second day in a row. I have a very exciting video. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to do the super popular bleach dye look without having it look basic. So I got a lot of inspiration from these pieces right here, which you saw in the thumbnail before, and I just really felt that they would be a great addition to my wardrobe and something that didn't look quite as basic as what is currently out there. So the first piece that I will be doing is this green sweater that I saw all over my Instagram, and it was actually pretty easy to find a sweater that was similar. So as you can see here, this is the sweater that I found. It was super easy. The only thing was that it was too long, so I cut it and made it a cropped version, similar to the original. And the original was actually seen on Addison Rae on her TikTok channel a few weeks ago, so I think that this will become a more popular item as we get into fall and things get a little bit cooler. It was a pretty simple DIY. You start off by grabbing this sweater and making sure it's the length and size that you want it before you dye so that everything looks evenly throughout. Then you are going to get the item and make sure you leave it as flat as possible while also scrunching it up. So you're going to want to horizontally scrunch up the item. Instead of it being crumpled into a ball, you're going to want to keep it super flat so that the bleach gets evenly distributed throughout. And once you do get it scrunched into a nice pancake disc, then you're going to use rubber bands or string to tie it down so that it doesn't get loose. Now, when you're doing the bleach, it's actually a lot easier if you start off with the item being damp. So I recommend you soaking it first in water with some salt, or you can add some vinegar as well, and that'll help really soften up the fabric prior to adding the bleach. Trust me, it'll help. And once you're done with that, then you're gonna leave it on for about 15 minutes or until you get the desired effect, and then you're going to rinse it out as much as possible prior to putting it in the wash, and make sure that as soon as you rinse it, you immediately wash it, because if you let it sit any longer, it will continue to lighten up in color. After it's been washed and this is the final product, what you're going to do is you're going to cut straight down the center where the V is, and make sure you do this as straight as possible so that later on, when it frays in a nice even pattern. And if you'd like, you can also hem the inside and the hem of the sweater if it's too long, and then you just add your little safety pins in, and it's really that simple. Okay, for the second one, we have this really cute, Free People inspired tie-dye effect velvet sweater. Now, in the original, as you can see here, it was done in a midi skirt, which I loved and wanted so badly, but I couldn't justify paying the amount that they were charging for it, which is fine. I knew I could do it myself anyway. It does look like some versions of the skirt are actually tie-dyed and not bleach dyed, but for this video I thought it'd be interesting to do it in a bleach dye, especially because I already had a velvet jumper. I didn't have to go out and thrift anything. I didn't have to buy anything. This was already in my personal wardrobe, so I thought, okay, perfect, let's do that. So for this one, all we did was take the item and, similar to the first one, lay it flat on the counter, and you're going to do a spiral effect. So you're going to start in the middle of the fabric and twist the fabric along, making sure that everything remains level so that it comes out like a pancake. And when you get to the end, add rubber bands to it so that it keeps its shape. And then you're going to sprinkle the bleach on top of it in a thin layer. Make sure that you pre-soak it in water, but don't let the the bleach soak in too much. So you really don't need that much for these. The velvet will lighten very, very quickly. So as you can see here, this is the finished product, and I actually had to hem it because it was a tad bit too long on me. And ironically, this is also the moment when I realized that the sweater was already from Free People, so it was perfect, match made in heaven. And yeah, this one came out super easy as well. This third piece I saw on my Instagram. An Instagrammer named Lizzie Paradin did a version of this Ghani look, which was also seen on Kylie Jenner for Coachella last year. And it is a denim two-piece set that has a circular radiant effect made with bleach. So if you don't remember, in the mid to late 2000s, a lot of the trends were to have dip-dyed shorts that were made out of jeans, or to have the acid wash effect. And this Ghani set is the new version of a denim two-piece set, especially one that is bleached. Hi guys, so we're back with our last project, which is the denim set. We've got gloves. We have the Clorox cleaning bleach gel. It's a toilet bowl cleaner, but this is what I've actually seen most people use for denim. And honestly, I have bleached denim with regular Clorox, just regular bleach before, and it always leaves a little bit of an orange tint. And from what I've seen, this one actually makes it the most white color without changing the blue denim color from it. I went ahead and I put cardboard between both sides, and I have some hangers ready on standby, because you will want to have cardboard in between these pieces just in case, since we do want a specific design. Now, I also already used a highlighter, which is this, to mark in the design that I want, and I put X marks where I'm going to be putting the bleach. Now this formula is a gel formula, so it shouldn't spread as much, but you will still want to wear an apron as much as possible to protect your clothes or wear something that you don't necessarily care about.
Okay, so here is the point when I started putting down the bleach, and as you can see, I put down a thin layer and then I rubbed it around until it seemed soaked enough that it was an even layer, and then I did both sides of the shorts and the button-up shirt.
Okay, so you'll know when it's done whenever the edges of it are as white as you'd like it to be. So basically, once it's dried a little, like you can touch it, and if it still feels a little damp, then that's good. But if the edges are feeling, the edges are feeling dry. So that means that this lighter color on the edge is what the rest of it is more than likely gonna look like once it's washed. So we're just gonna wash it in the sink very, very thoroughly. And once you have washed and dried it, this is the final product for those 3 looks. Enjoy! tie-dye DIY thrift flip. I hope you guys loved this video. I had so much fun filming it, and especially the new clothes that I get to wear. And I hope that if you guys get the chance to make something like this, that you would tag me or DM me and show me how your creation turned out. That's all for today, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye!